Welcome to Veganize It. We're gonna make vegan coconut yogurt. The cool thing about this dish is we're using coconut milk and tapioca starch instead of the normal dairy that you would use to make traditional yogurt. The first step is to sanitize all your jars. Just like you would do if you were making regular dairy yogurt, you have to make sure that everything is really, really clean. Next, pour your full-fat coconut milk into your saucepan, and I'm gonna whisk out any lumps.
Let's compare. Of course, yogurt prices vary at the store depending on what brand you buy. We found a 32-ounce container of organic whole milk yogurt for $4.49. Making this vegan yogurt with coconut milk actually costs $6.53, or about $2 more. Per serving though, you're just spending 50 cents more for the coconut milk yogurt. And with that creamy coconut flavor, we think it's worth the 50 cents.
Now we're gonna transfer a little of the coconut milk into a bowl with the tapioca starch and whisk till it's smooth. The starch will help the yogurt thicken and give it a better texture, but you can't just dump it right into the coconut milk because it'll become lumpy, and then add it in all together. So we're gonna add a little bit of sugar. This isn't to make the yogurt sweet, but it's actually to give the probiotics something to feed on. And we're gonna heat this up to 180 degrees. Let's talk about the importance of probiotics. Probiotics are good bugs. They boost your immunity and keep your gut and heart healthy. Lots of probiotic sources are dairy-based. Think yogurt or kefir, but vegans can get their probiotics too. Try kombucha, sauerkraut, kimchi, and of course, this DIY coconut yogurt. So our coconut milk has reached 180 degrees. The reason that we heat it to this temperature is to make sure that we've killed any bacteria that could be harmful. It's essentially a mini pasteurization. So now we're gonna transfer it, and we're gonna let this cool to 100 degrees before we can add our probiotics.
Dairy is a huge contributor to greenhouse gas emissions for animal agriculture. Believe it or not, dairy actually has a bigger environmental impact than poultry or pork when it comes to greenhouse gas emissions per gram of protein. Making yogurt at home also cuts down on single-use plastics. If you do buy yogurt, buy it in bigger containers and portion out a single serving at home in reusable jars to cut down on plastic use.
Now that our coconut milk has cooled, we can add our probiotics. They come in little capsules like this, and you're just gonna take them out of the capsule and dump it right in. Make sure they're stirred in really well. Now it's time to divide our coconut mixture between our sterilized jars. Fill these up about 3/4 of the way full. Put the lids on the jars, make sure they're on tightly, and now it's time to incubate. You can use your favorite yogurt maker, an Instant Pot, or even put them right into the oven. The most important thing is to keep the temperature right around 110 degrees. So now these need to incubate for about 12 to 24 hours to allow the probiotics to multiply. The longer that you go, the tangier the yogurt will be. So we're gonna use the oven method and just wrap them up. This vegan yogurt is made with creamy, full-fat coconut milk, so it's not a shock that it's higher in calories than traditional yogurt. You get 164 more calories per cup than from whole milk yogurt. The other big nutritional difference is this vegan yogurt has 0 grams of protein. But keep in mind, coconut yogurt is lactose-free and has 9 fewer grams of carbohydrates. So our yogurt has incubated, and then once it was done, it went in the fridge to get cold. It took about 24 hours. Now, we're ready to serve and enjoy. One of my favorite ways to enjoy vegan coconut yogurt is in a smoothie bowl. And we have some of my favorite toppings here. So let's get decorating. Put a little bit of sliced banana. And because it's coconut, we're making it a little tropical. So we also have some pineapple, pumpkin seeds, and chia seeds, and then a few sliced almonds, and then just a few dried cranberries for a touch of sweetness. And the final touch, toasted coconut for our coconut yogurt. Okay, that looks great. Now before we dig in, let's get a quick photo. Special thanks to our vegan expert, and thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Veganize It.